Hello once again everyone, Vanguard of Valor here with another episode of FTL for you, this time on board the VSS Viper. Our special cruiser, the Viper of course, is made by DryEagle, is a mod we have added into this game which replaces the original Kestrel cruiser Type A. There is no Type B for it unfortunately. And it's pretty cool. It comes with these Venom cannons, which start fires 60% of the time they hit. They disable enemy systems like ion weaponry that do 1 ion damage, and they also all pierce all enemy shields. They're pretty darn powerful. We've combined them with a Mantis boarding crew to do all manner of damage. I'm sure if we had a rock boarding crew, it'd be even more effective because they do pierce and start fires. But as it stands, we still have a pretty effective ship. We've also been making money, oodles and oodles of money, and hopefully we'll be able to put it to even more use in the upcoming areas. So, let's get moving. We're in an NG-controlled sector, Sector 7, and we'll see if we can make it all the way to the end. I'd be very surprised if we could not. But let's see, before I say anything like that. We arrive at a Zoltan research facility. They say they're researching genetic distortion due to stasis sleep and prolonged FTL travel, and ask if our crew has the time to undergo a few scans. We have an advanced medbay, however, so we can give them our medical records. They thank us, not expecting to have such a significant amount of data regarding our crew's health, and give us 2 missiles, a drone part, 28 scrap, and a defense drone Mark 1 as a reward. Lovely. Alright, keep moving there, gentlemen. We've got lots of travel to go. Keep going and see... Oh, we jumped into a sun. Okay, this beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until we get out of there or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. Well, that's not good. Thankfully for us, we have level 4 shields, so we should be pretty safe from the sun's fires. And we have doors now, so we can actually vent out the oxygen if needed. But what I'm worried about most is the fact they have a lot of people on there. What we're going to start off with is by blasting out their medbay, and we're going to board them right away, although we can't actually seem to hit them. There we go, got one start in the fire. Well, they have fire bombs. Get out of there, slug. They're too slow. Okay, humans, get in there and deal with those fire bombs. The problem with bombs is we can't use our defense drones to block them. There's not a thing we can do, really. Start more fires, please, gentlemen. Oh, come on! We missed with 3 out of 4 shots? That's terrible. Also, they started more fires, but it's in an airlock room, so that's not a problem. Also, they start another firebomb in the other airlock room, so that's also not a problem. And we're going to try and Venom them down again. Stop fixing them so fast! It's because, of course, they have an NG in there. An NG are an amazing repair crew. Jump into their shield room and start pummeling them, gentlemen. Alright, close those fire doors. And send our repair crew up to the medbay. We're going to send Boa back into the engines, and hopefully he can actually make it. Okay. Here comes more attacks, and Firebomb missed us this time. Good. Okay, let's pummel them in the medbay again. Make sure that fire does not go out anytime soon. Lovely. These guys are all healed back up. Very good. Solar flare is imminent. Where's it going to start a fire? In the helm! And it actually destroyed our helm. That's not good. Now we're not going to be able to dodge anything. Get in there and fix that, gentlemen. While we also try and kill those guys. Awesome. They're going to try and come and stop us now. While we try and destroy their shields. Get these gentlemen over to the medbay. You over there to stop that fire. Lots of stuff going on here. This is a fairly dangerous fight we're in. We're going to try and hit them in the weapons to prevent them from firing at us quite so much. Good. The fire has spread in there already. We're going to send Nekos down there to help. Because otherwise we're going to lose a lot more engine power than I'd like. Whew! With the crew dead, we take 5 fuel out of their storage, and also gather 67 scrap. Lovely. Teleport our Mantises back on board our ship before their ship burns, and we are going to hopefully have somewhere safe to jump. I don't see anywhere safe to jump though, so we're going to put out those fires before we go. We may take a little bit of extra hull damage in the way, but that happens sometimes. Alright, they fixed the fires, get in there. We're going to send the slug in to fix that. We're going to send these guys into the medbay to heal them up. Like so. We really want to have full engines when we get to the next area, which is why I'm stalling like I am. Send them over there, send them over there. Actually, I'm going to send... Okay, there we go. People where they're supposed to be. Fix up those engines so we can get out of here pronto. If you have a little bit of damage left, that's fine. I just don't want to be completely out of whack when we start to leave. And that is good enough for me. Let us jump out of here. Get moving there, gents. No more fires for us, thanks. Did they start a fire on us anyway? We arrive at a ship refueling station, and we find we can purchase fuel from them. We don't really need any fuel, though, so I'll buy 1 fuel for 2 scrap, but that's it. Boop. Thank you for your business, indeed. Actually, we got out there just fine. No additional fires were started. Send him back to the medbay. Everyone else is doing okay, aren't they? Anaconda has some damage. We should probably heal him up, because there's no reason to leave people injured. Alright, send them in there. Speed heal him, and send him back to his station. you back to weapons. Awesome. Okay, so we have a fairly powerful setup here. Lots of money still to spend if we can find a store like that one. So first we'll jump to this distress beacon though and see if we can get anything good there. What do we find? We arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. They must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. We can dislodge the ship by shooting the rocks, or we can destroy and loot the ship. How about let's try and help the pirate? Let's try and dislodge the ship by shooting the rocks. Awesome. We fire a few volleys into the rock and it starts to shudder and break apart. Without shields, the pirate ship takes a beating, but eventually pulls free. They thank us for assistance, offering us 2 missiles, a drone part, 46 scrap, and a halberd beam. Whoo boy! That is an amazing weapon to pair with these Venom cannons. That's actually an evil weapon to pair with these Venom cannons. I like it. We also have 405 scrap, so if there is a cloaking device in here, we will be able to buy it, no problem. I have a feeling you can't get one, no. Let's take a look here. The NG can do remarkable things with just a pile of scrap. The NG Hive at this beacon are selling equipment for just that. Yeah, definitely you can't buy the cloaking device. And we don't need that. We don't need 2 defense drones. I'll sell this one off. And that's pretty awesome, honestly. We don't need anything else. I could buy some repairs, but it's really expensive repairs, and I don't need them. We could buy some more fuel. We don't need those. I could buy some more drone parts, I suppose. That could be a little bit useful. We'll buy 2 of them. We'll buy 3, but we'll buy all they have. Why not? We don't need missiles. Let us go. I never actually bought drone parts before, I don't think. I don't think I've ever had any reason to, or spare money to waste on them. What do we buy now, then? We need to buy 1 more layer of weapons so we can power our halberd beam. We'll buy the extra power bars so we can use them. We'll buy the doors, and we'll buy the helm so we're a little bit more survivable. We'll buy some more in the engines. And we'll power up our oxygen and drone bay so we have some spare damage that can take in there. Awesome. So turn off the hull laser, turn on the halberd beam. Now we're ready to fry some people. We're also going to power up our engines with that extra power bar, because why not? We can jump to another store. Okay, too bad I just spent all of my money. We're going to jump over to this distress beacon first and see what they have. We follow the distress beacon to a small asteroid belt. We find a small ship struggling to move through the field, who message us saying that their shields are down and they don't know how much longer they can last. Well, we can try and shield them with our ship and escort them out of the field. We can leave them to their fate, or we can offer to beam them aboard our ship. The problem with this is we don't really need the crew at this point, unless there is an NG. So let's try. Let's offer to beam them aboard our ship. Boop. They refuse at first, but after another blast rocks their ship, they agree and beam aboard ours. They say, "Thank you, but we really should return to our families. I'm sure we can muster up a reward if you take us home." Well, that works too. Let's take them to a nearby planet where they're from. The survivor's family is of modest means, yet they managed to offer us a reward for our virtuous deed, giving us 46 scrap. Not great, but not bad. Especially great because we didn't take any damage in doing so. Okie doke, where are we going now? Let's go. There's 2 stores here, seriously? It might be a little bit store overkill. Let's jump over to this one. See what they have to offer. Is there anything good here? I doubt it. A message arrives saying, "Your scrap, ours, our weapons for you." We're about to raise the shields when we realize it's just an NG trader looking for a trade. Nothing worth buying. We do have NG, but I could buy him, I suppose. I need an NG. An NG would be great for repairs, especially because these guys are literally just doing the job of an NG. And Nekos is not very... Well, actually, Nekos is better at his job than Steven is, I think. He's at level 10, Nekos is at level 10. Okay, they're the same. Let's go into our ship. We'll leave Nekos here at the station. He can find a job here, I'm sure, with his modest repair skill. Bye-bye, Nekos. And we'll go into the store, and we will buy Atreyu. Awesome. Oh, we've got the achievement, the United Federation. Kind of cheating, because this isn't a Federation ship to begin with, but it is the Kestrel, technically, so we got the achievement. Okay, I'll take it. I did make a backup of my original save data beforehand, so things that I get doing ships like this won't permanently change my actual scores. But, that's kind of cool. We finally got it, yeah, we have a Slug, Mantis, Zoltan, Human, NG, and Rockman. What do you know? Alright, well, let's keep moving. Now that we've done that, we have how many jumps about left? We got 1, 2, 3, it looks like. Let's jump over here first, and we should be able to jump our way back. What do we have here? For once, we see the Mantis before they see us. Let's attack them then. Why not? They have, lots of missiles. Defense drones! I want you to be online right now, defense drones. They're going to be boarding us in a second, so I'm going to take power out of the teleporter to activate our defense drone. They teleport into our drone control, of course they do. Thankfully, we have really high-level doors, so we could just try and choke them out, but let's do this instead. We're going to come in here with our Venom cannons, set fire to the... Good, block the missile. To the medbay. Awesome, and set fire to the weapons. Give them lots of things to think about. And we're actually losing this fight, what do you know? Are we? No, we're winning. Okay. Also, there's fires everywhere, which is going to make things difficult for them. We're going to get our people back into their medbay, get these guys out of the medbay first. Awesome repair team, get out of there, thank you. Heal up our Mantis in the super medbay. Oh, we missed. They missed us too, though. That was like lucky for us. Hit them with some more fires. Awesome. We could try and hit them with the halberd beam, but unless the shields are down more, it's not going to do anything. We'll get them back in the teleporter, and we're going to power the teleporter fully so we can actually get out of here and do some damage to them. We're teleport into the shield room, I think. That should send some people coming. Yes, it did. Both Mantis are now on their way to us. And they're both going to die immediately because they have no health left. And the NG is also coming to help because he has nothing better to do than try and protect the systems they have left. Unfortunately for him, 2 Mantis are more than a match for a single NG. Down he goes. There are no more life signs remaining, so we ship the ship of useful materials, getting 3 fuel, a drone part, and 66 scrap. Magnificent. That pays for our NG right there. Alright, you gentlemen, stand over in the door room, please. Heal up in the medbay. There, Mantis. There we go. And I think we can turn off the defense drone, giving that power back to the engines, and a little bit in the medbay. Why not? Okay. Let us jump onwards. We have a couple jumps left before we're completely out of space. We'll make use of them as we go. We have a nice toxic green planet, where we find an NG colony hiding out on the other side of a nearby moon. It turns out they're excavating an equipment cache from the Federation Mantis War. They suggest it might be used to lure the pursuing Rebel fleet. Well, it could, but I think I'd rather secure that cache myself. What's inside there? Well, we have the NG complete their excavations and bring the supplies on board, getting 53 scrap and a system repair drone. I like how we just showed up and claimed their stuff. Because, I mean, it wasn't ours in any way. We just walked up and we were like, hey, nice stuff, give it to us. And they're like, yeah, okay. Whatever. If you say so, game. We have... Ooh, actually we might have enough time to jump here as well. The reason I didn't want to take the delay was because we have nowhere else to go anyway. Let's jump over here, take advantage of this beacon, and then jump into the exit. What is there over here? Ah, we arrived just in time to see an unusually well-armed NG ship destroying a small pirate craft. A teleporter signal is detected, and we have an intruder on deck. A young Mantis in a charred uniform is teleported on board. He begs for sanctuary from the NG and offers to serve in exchange for our protection. The NG have already traced the teleporter signal and are offering a deal in exchange for the prisoner. Well, we don't need any more crew. We got plenty of Mantis on board this snake ship, so we are going to side with the NG here, offering up the Mantis for a bounty. The NG captain is delighted and quickly arranges for a transfer of the prisoner, giving us 65 scrap back. Awesome. Free money. That is a great way to get yourself some Mantis if you don't have any yet, but we already have the Mantis boarding party we need in addition to an extra Mantis over here, Anaconda. So I think we're fine with what we got. Let's jump to the exit beacon and see what's over there. What do we have here? We arrive at a long-range beacon where we discover another black market hub, offering to buy our extra military-grade explosives. Let's sell another 10 missiles for another 30 scrap. Free money. Not exactly free, but definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. Okay, what do we want to buy now? We have a whole pile of money and nothing really left to spend it on. Well, let's jump to the last stand first and see if there's anything we need when we get there. Oh, excuse me, need when we get there. Hiccups are a terrible thing. Okay, we've arrived. Now, this might be the end of us. I don't know if we can actually beat the Rebel Flagship here, but we're going to do our best to try. We arrive at the heart of the last Federation fleet. Our access codes get us past initial security and a direct feed to the capital ship's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" We explain our mission, and our explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism and disbelief amongst the officers. General Terzel of the NG Brigade speaks up, saying, "Intel suggests potential counter to Rebel technology. Risk all or save none." We explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the Rebel Flagship, and Tully responds, saying, "It's settled then. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We will do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying this flagship. We will refuel your ship now, and our stations will offer help wherever possible. Good luck." He also gives us 10 additional fuel, so we have millions and millions of fuel. What are we going to spend our upgrade points on now, though? There's nothing really we need. Let's buy ourselves some extra helms, some extra sensors for the lulls, some more engines, and another point to drones. Sure. Why not? We have a repair station over there, but we really don't need one. So we're going to work our way towards that rebel ship and see what we can fight on the way there. Hello there. It's hard to tell who is winning the nearby battle. Before we have a chance to figure it out, however, a fighter moves in to attack us, and they're going to board us, which means they're going to die. Awesome. Aww, they boarded in the shield room. Okay, shield dude, get out of there. Or Reagan, get out of there. You're not needed. You gentlemen, get in there. You are needed. And we're going to turn on our shields back where they should be. We're also... Ooh, you need that medbay on, don't you? Turn off the teleporter for now. And turn off the teleporter for now, thank you. Turn on the defense drones so we don't get hit by their Artemis missiles. Awesome. Let's kill these guys and we'll get right back to work. Here come some more shots, but we should be able to block them no problem. We're going to set fire to their medbay right now. Awesome. We're also going to set fire to their weapons. Give them lots to think about. Also, we're going to... I can't halberd beam them. That only does 2 shield piercing. Or rather, 1 shield piercing. So that wouldn't do us any good. We're going to send these gentlemen back to the teleporter. We're going to send our Zoltan back to shields. Reagan, get to work. Cobra and Python need to heal up, though, pronto. Otherwise, we have a hard time surviving this fight. Here come lots of lasers. Please miss us. Yes, you missed us. Fantastic. Let's Venom them. Oh, I should have been paying attention. If I had been firing more Venoms, I would have been able to have broken their medbay by now. And that's 2 ion hits, and not a single one that actually started a fire. Awesome. Okay. Come on there, gents. We need fires started. There's 2 fires. Good, 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 good. And start another one in there. Let's set those on auto fire. And let's teleport into something they need. Jump on board their weaponry. That should send someone coming. Send 2 people coming, in fact. And they managed to damage our shields again. Send our Engie in there to do the repairs, because they're good at that kind of thing. Let's Venom them in the medbay yet again. Prevent them from running in there for help. And let's keep those fires burning. Here comes another missile our way. The guy in there is going to be in trouble sooner rather than later, so let's hope he decides to run for the hills, coming to fight us. Oh, Reagan needs some help, so I'm going to send him to go heal. And that little gentleman in there is going to burn up sooner rather than later. Although it seems we're on fire now. Okay, get out of there. He ran for it. Good. He's going to come and fight us, which means he's going to die. Alright there, little fellow. I hope you didn't like living, because you're not going to do it anymore. Down he goes. There isn't time to salvage the enemy ship, but our crew made off with a few nearby materials. We get a missile, a drone part, and 52 scrap, and prepare to jump. Alright, teleport back onto our ship. We need to manage things a little bit better here. You get back in there, you get back in there, you guys go heal. Awesome. Is everyone else back at full health? Yes, I think so. But with all of these extra power bars moving around, we have a little bit of a problem keeping things powered when we want them to. That is, of course, a risk with the Zoltan. They have a tendency to depower rooms when they walk through them. But it is a risk I'm willing to take, because that extra power bar is always nice. Alright, let us keep on moving. Where are we going next? We could go there, but it's going to get overrun in a second, so we might as well go to the repair beacon and work our way around. There's no real point to fighting a overrun beacon. So let's jump this way. Go to the repair beacon, get some extra missiles, some extra drone parts, just for lols. A forward construction station is in the process of repairing damaged warships. Our command codes convince them to do a quick patch job on our ship. We get 5 fuel, 4 missiles, and 5 drone parts. Magnificent. There's a store there, and it looks like that's already been overrun, so let's go see what the store has to sell us. Overrun beacons are not that much fun. In the store, we find a transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below, which offers supplies to travelers. We send an runaway party to check it out, and they have literally nothing we want. A whole pile of Engie, though, which we could want. Maybe I'll sell my other Engie. Maybe I'll get rid of my other human crew, and that way I can buy that Engie. Might as well, I think. I've got nothing better to use my money on, and we'd much rather have 2 Engie at this point than 2 humans. So, Steven, sorry to say, bud, but you are no longer welcome on board my ship. I hope you enjoy this station near the Federation base. Bye-bye. Alright, and we'll go into the store and buy ourselves Philip, Elnubnub, or Vivimord. Vivimord, you have a good name. Alright, Vivimord, welcome on board. And we are now up to 2 Engie, 3 Mantis, a Slug, a Zoltan, and a Rockman. Very diverse alien crew. Now, what are we going to do with this? Let's work our way over towards that Rebel Flagship, because we need to stop them sooner than later. The sheer scale of the destruction in the distance is almost breathtaking. Unfortunately, our position as an independent observer doesn't last for long. They've got... ooh, they're actually that dangerous. They've got a pair of mini-beams, they've got a Burst Laser Mark 1, and a Heavy Laser Mark 2. For the most part, they should be pretty easy to take out, because... there we go. As long as they don't fire those lasers simultaneously, the odds of them being able to take our shields down to hit us with a mini-beam is pretty low. Also, they'd have to hit all 4 shots, and that's also pretty unlikely, given that we do have 48% evasion. Alright, hit them with some Venoms. Venom... Venom... Awesome. And... let's keep at them once that happens. Actually, we don't even need to wait anymore. Let's just get straight in there, power up those engines again for lols, and teleport into their weaponry. That should send someone over. Yes, it did indeed. Alright, we're going to Venom them in the... there we go. Medbay again. Medbay again. We could start halberd beaming them if we were really evil, but I don't think we're that evil. Where are we? Nah. More profitable for us to kill them the evil way. And our room is now on fire, so we're getting out of there. And he should come over and fight us too. Fantastic. That poor human had no idea what was coming for him. Turn off the auto fire. And down they go. There is no time to salvage the enemy ship yet again, but our crew still made off with a nice amount of salvage, getting a missile, a drone part, and another 55 scrap. Awesome, and you guys need to get out of there before that ship burns. So, back on board our ship, thank you very much. Heal yourselves up at the supercharged medbay. There we go, and while you're doing that, let's take a look at our upgrades. Is there anything else we could buy that is worth buying? Not really, honestly. All of this stuff is pretty much superfluous, but we're going to buy an extra weapon control bar, because that way, if they damage our weapons, they won't knock out our helper beam immediately. Well, as long as they don't damage it heavily. Now, this may be a really difficult boss fight for us, because we don't have cloaking to dodge the power surges, but we're going to do best we can and see what we can do. So, let us jump into here, where the enemy Rebel Flagship is going to be momentarily, and see if we can do better than they would like. Here we are. A large number of large transports are being pursued by a Rebel bombing squadron. One bomber has managed to slip through the defensive fire and is poised to wreak havoc among the enormous yet vulnerable transports. There's time for us to advance and take it out. Let's get ready to fight that Rebel ship. Gotta save our transports. We move in to intercept, and they're actually not that dangerous. Heavy Laser Mark II, Basic Laser, Lido Missile, Halber Beam. Halber Beam is the most dangerous thing on there, but we have defense drones, so they're not that scary. Alright, turn off the med bay for now, turn on the defense drone. Where are you going to teleport? Into our radar, get in there and punch them in the face. And then our problem will be solved. They also have no medbay here, so we can focus our Venoms on something that'll do real damage. Turn on the auto-fire before we start, and let's Venom them in the weapons and the shields. Give them lots of things to think about. Unfortunately, we only started one tiny fire, so that's not going to be the end of the world for them, but at least it'll give them some trouble. And we have killed their borders, so we'll send our crew back to the med bay to start healing up. We have lots of fire in their ship, which is great. That'll make them regret ever coming in here, and we can come back in here and do some more damage. Okie doke. There we go. Now we are going to teleport on board their ship and give them what for. Teleport into the helm. Thank you very much, and kill those humans. The more fires we have, the better, because these guys are going to be more injured every time they get to us. Basically, nothing hard for us to do here. We're just killing the injured. You can see their systems burning. That's kind of fun. It's funny, I've never actually thought of that. That's a pretty cool way of being able to see the enemy sensors, or the enemy energy use. You can watch things burn. With the Rebel ship defeated, we quickly salvage what we can and move to contact their prey, getting 2 fuel, a drone part, and 85 scrap. When we contact the survivors, they thank us, saying, "Thanks for helping us, Captain. We're in the process of setting up another emergency repair station. Transmitting coordinates now." Awesome. So let's teleport our Mantis back on board our ship, and see where that emergency repair station went. Turn off the defense drone, power into things that are more important. Okay, we are going to jump. Oh, we don't even need to jump, we can just stand still. Where is the other repair station? I don't think they actually set one up, or if they did, it randomly selected one of these taken over beacons already, which is too bad, but that's okay. We still have a repair station over here if we happen to need it. Although, I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let us keep moving. Get our Mantis back in our teleporter and get ready to wreak some havoc upon the flagship. We could jump over here, actually, and jump back in a second, because it'll take it a turn to get in, and then it'll plot its course to another beacon, and we have enough time to jump back. Let's do that. That'll give us an extra chance of getting a little bit more resources on the way. What do we have here? Oh. Why don't you want to fight us? That's really weird. Why can't I fight this ship? I haven't been here before. Why can't I fight them? That is so weird. Okay, whatever. Let's jump back and fight the Rebel Flagship. Here we go, this is it. The Rebel Flagship. If we're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance at survival. There is, of course, no turning back. Okay, so, we're going to turn off our halberd beam for now, turn on the defense drone. We have our engines at the super max, so that's good. That's what we wanted. We needed this defense drone to shoot down those rockets, at least some of the rockets. Okay, this could be very dangerous and very painful. Teleport into the missile weapons. Start punching that innocent man. Well, as innocent as a rebel can be. And let us try and kill them before they do too much damage to us. Shoot another rocket, please. Oh, that hits in the medbay. Good thing we have NGs that are really good at repairing that kind of thing. Get in there and speed repair that system. Also, these guys should be able to take out the missiles before they fire again. We're going to start venoming them in the shields, so if we can take their shields out, that would be great. We should also probably consider venoming them in the Oh, you just shot my defense drone out, you jerks! Venoming them in the cloaking device indoors, because that will help us in the future when we want to try and murder these guys when they're all on the wrong part of the ship. So I think we'll probably start doing that soon, and then we can start working on powering up our halberd beam and murdering them that way while the guys are in hiding. It's probably the most effective way we can wreck these guys' day. Also, by damaging the door system, we can start fires in places they really don't want there to be fires. Turn on the auto fire, please. There we go. And auto fire one there and one in there. Perfect. Keep hitting them. Make their day as terrible. Terrible as possible. Okay, we could try and board them again with our Mantis, because that's what Mantis do, but honestly, it's hardly worth it in here. We can't get around very easily, and it's just dangerous to try and do that kind of maneuvering. So set more fires. I'm good with that. And we're going to start powering up our halberd beam in a minute. So turn off the teleporter, turn on the halberd beam. Aww, their shields just recovered. I guess that's because we knocked out all of the shields, so the remaining points were just leftovers. That's too bad. Damage those doors. I like how you hit the... Oh, finished? That's weird. They hit me over here, but it didn't do any damage to the system. That's very strange. No damage to the system was done. Okay, we're going to hit them in the door room to make sure that goes down. There we go. Now it's on fire. And everything looks good to me. We also want to try and hit them in a variety of rooms, so we're going to... Why is no one coming over here? That's weird. They don't seem to be at all worried about the fact that that room's on fire. Whatever, we're going to try and damage the shields too, so we can start halberding them to death, and hope they actually go where we want them to. It's hard to say exactly what they're going to do. There we go. There's some nice damage. Oh, lots of ions hit us there. That's not so good. Hopefully we get lucky and they don't hit us again for a little while, because that took quite a lot of our power out. There we go. Fires in the shields. We're not going to do what I wanted here, but that's okay by me. We could probably just harass these guys with fire, burn them all the way out. But it might take a little while. Also, we have to not miss for that to happen. Not missing is a fairly major element of this plan. Come on, gents. Why is there not enough power in there anyway? We have plenty of power. Okay, that's what I want to see. Set them on fire in the helm so they can't dodge as easily. Power up the shields to level 4 like they should be. I don't know why they weren't. And let's set some more fires. Where else can we set on fire and do a lot of damage with? I think these are good places for fires at the moment. Knock out their core systems, knock out their shields, knock out their ability to dodge. That'll make things nice and easy for us in the upcoming battle. Also, we want to knock out their medbay now. That's our next target. Hit them in the medbay, please. There we go. Medbay's on fire. Now what do you think about that, gents? We're also going to hit them up in the rooms they're currently in. If we could burn out the medbay, though, that'd be a really big advantage for us. Keep hitting them. Keep hitting them. There we go. That didn't actually start a fire in the medbay, did it? No, it did not. Awesome. Okay. We do need to start a fire in there, otherwise we're going to have a hard time actually burning them out of it, because they can heal it very quickly. Very quickly indeed. Not ideal. Also, the fact that those doors are still repaired means we can't burn out the entire ship in one easy go. This is a lot less effective than I was hoping it might be. Although that's a nice fire. Hopefully that keeps burning. Okay, both fires in the medbay. We're just going to try and burn the medbay out straight out, because otherwise... Yuck. Fire actually spread through that door, surprisingly enough. Let's keep hitting them, gents. We need to get those systems destroyed, and there's no other way for us to do it than by blocking them in the medbay. We should probably start alternating our Venoms, though, because that'll get us most possible fire out of them. And it looks like they've abandoned that medbay now. And I'm good with that. I like that sound. If we can burn all of these guys out without them being able to do anything about it, things should work out very nicely for us. The only thing we want to be careful of is we don't want to burn out their oxygen, because we want to kill the people in the other parts of the ship. But I think this should work out okay. And if not, well, there's always next time. Keep burning them, gents. Let those fires spread. Okie dokie. One more hit should do it, as these guys are starting to burn to death, and there's nowhere for them to go anymore except for other parts of the ship that aren't yet on fire. So that's cool. I'm cool with that. Although the oxygen is starting to get low in these rooms, which means the fires are going to start going out of their own accord, which is not the best for us, because we want to make sure these guys die. And if they're not burning, they're not going to die. They should rush into the shield room now, though, which means we should be able to burn them out there. Lots of people are starting to burn. That's good. Starting to burn is good. Keep burning them. Whoop. Doors have now been completely destroyed. The fire will continue to spread. I actually just feel evil for doing this, because I'm not doing anything effective for me either. I'm just setting fires everywhere. It will eventually kill off their crew, but it's just a mean way of doing it. A really mean way of doing it. Okay, start more fires on different parts of the ship, and then we're going to start halberd murdering them. Because the halberds are perfect for that kind of thing. Alright. This is surprisingly effective. I guess the fact that they pierce shields makes them really good. But, man, is this powerful. Okay. And then let's halberd beam them for a nice heap load of damage right here. Now we can start charging it up for the killing blow next time. We just want to make sure we kill off the 2 remaining people on board this ship before we actually take it out. Next shot has to hit them in the oxygen. We want to make sure we don't actually destroy that system. Or at least if we do, we destroy it with plenty of time left to actually kill them. And he's going to die in a second because he's got nowhere left to run. Sorry there, friend. Alright, that is a lot of fire. And down goes the flagship. Nice try. Alright. I like that. That's good. Just as we finally gain the upper hand, they make an FTL jump away. In their new state, they'll have to get even closer to the base to be a threat, so we have bought some time. We'll have to keep up our assault. We get a fuel, a drone part, and 20 scrap. Awesome. We could go to this repair station, then jump over there. Not that it makes a huge difference, but we might as well. What do we spend our upgrade points on, though? Engines again? Sure. Let's power up our engines to maximum. And... like I said, we might as well jump to the repair beacon. So let's jump over there, get some free stuff, and then go back. An NG civilian shipyard has been converted into a military refueling station. They offer us a chance to patch up our ship and refresh some supplies, giving us 5 fuel, 4 missiles, and 5 drone parts. So we're going to head back and start murdering the Rebel Flagship yet again. Come here. We're coming for you! Okay, we chase down the flagship and discover it's heavily damaged from the previous fight. Scans indicate it has redirected considerable power to its drones, so we get ready to do battle. However, now we can do some serious damage because they have no one on board to deal with anything we do. So if we start fires, they are staying started. Also, they just boarded us in the weapons, which is probably the worst possible place they could have done so. But that's okay, honestly. We're going to pump some more oxygen into that room, make it last a little bit longer, and hopefully hold out for as long as we can. We really need to turn off that drone bay now, so we're going to fire both of our shots at it, hoping to start fires. Good, actually the ionization damage is all we needed. As long as things don't get too bad when those drone supercharges start, we should be okay. And down goes the missile bay before it even had a chance to launch a single attack, I think. Here comes our first power surge, but at about the same time, that drone bay should be burning out. Should be. So we might get lucky here and have them not actually be able to do any damage to us. We'll send our weapons Mantis over to go heal and send a pair of NG in to fix the damage to the hole in the hull. Here comes a lot of shots. Hopefully, no, they did not miss. This is going to hurt in a second. Ow, 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 ow. Did not deserve that. More weapons. I should really be shooting different rooms because there's no point in shooting rooms that are already on fire. But, whatever. Hit them in the helm, hit them in the something else. Engines. There we go. Okay, so we should be more or less safe again. Send you back over here, and a Condor system. We're going to send one to radar, one to the engines to fix that up. There we go. We could even board them and start doing damage that way, but I'm quite happy to just smash them via long-range murder. I like how they have a drone working when they have no power in the drone system. That's nice. I like how they fight. I like how they stick to the rules like that too. Okay, we're gonna halberd beam them. Might as well because it's not like we need to start any more fires. We are going to start more fires just for lulz, but it's not like we need to. 1 and 2, lots more fires. Excellent. And we'll halberd beam them along the same spot because it's a nice 8 damage hit, and I'm cool with that. That's all we really need to be doing here. Start more fires, gentlemen. Burn that ship to the ground. Start one in there, one in there. Burning everything. And it actually burned itself to death. That works out for me. I'm happy with that. Just as we gain the upper hand yet again, it finds a way to make another FTL jump. Once again, we'll have to get closer to the base for it to be a threat, so we bought ourselves a little bit more time. We'll have to keep up our assault. 1 more fuel, 2 more missiles, 22 more scrap, and we are looking great here. We could even jump over here and then jump back over to fight the ship, because we have plenty of time. So let's try that. Let's jump over to this beacon and see what they want to fight us. Hello there, gentlemen. Oh, it's a scout. Federation ships are scarce in this region of space despite a number of civilian space stations. We see a small bomber squadron engaged with some Federation scouts and quickly move in to assist. Alright, alright. They got big weapons. We're probably going to run. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. In the meantime, we're going to blast them with deadly weapons. We're not actually going to be able to kill these guys. We're just going to have to run. More power into the engines, thank you very much. Turbocharge that charge time. And we're going to Venom them in the weapons to slow them down a little bit. Double Venoms. There we go. Everything is off except for the burst laser, which is probably the most dangerous weapon, but not necessarily. It all depends on if it actually hits us or not. Which it appears to. Ow! Hits us in the helm too, you jerks. Get in there and fix that, and we can go jump and kill the boss. Go kill the boss. Okay, and we jump to fight the Rebel Flagship. That did not work out as planned, but that's okay, because this will work out just fine. We're not certain how it's able to keep fighting with the amount of damage it sustained, looking like it has transferred power to the teleporter as well as some kind of super weapon. Well, that's okay, we burned out all the crew, so there's nothing they can do to us that way. And, let's see, we're going to power up our... Ooh, halberd beam, hull laser, halberd beam. Power up our defense drone so we can use him to protect against the incoming missile salvos that are inevitable at this stage, and we will keep the pressure up on them. Venoms, hit them. We're also going to keep auto fire on to make sure we hit them as fast as humanly possible, or mantisly possible. They put a hole in our hull, but thankfully it's in a room we don't need. We're going to halberd beam them across 4 rooms like so. That'll give us hopefully 4 damage. Yes, it did. Fantastic. Our super fast engine repair squad fixed that in no time. We took a bunch of hits there from their heavy lasers, but didn't actually do any real damage to us. Here comes some more missiles. Oh, our drone turned off. You jerk. Looks like they didn't actually manage to hit anything, which is good, but it could have been bad there. Also, we're going to turn off the halberd beam, because there's no reason for it at this point, because we've already knocked out their systems, and we're going to jump into their missile launcher to hopefully destroy it. We're also going to make sure we set fire to the helm, and set fire to the engines, because the rest of the fires should take care of themselves. Our energy, you're going to go fix that slightly damaged oxygen bay, but honestly, this fight looks to me like it's in the bag. There's not a whole lot they can do to us at this point. Even power surges won't be able to really stop us. Keep blasting them there, though, gents. Get those ships destroyed. Here comes a power surge, and ooh, lots of hits there. And ooh, they hit our med bay. That's okay. Only did a single point of damage. Ah, they managed to fire again before you guys killed it. You guys are designed for killing those things. They set fire to our helm as well, but our rockmen shouldn't have any hard times destroying that. Okay, we are back in here. Their shields are down. We're going to start halberd beaming them to a horrible death, and let's start setting more rooms on fire with venom cannons. There we go. You guys have very little time left. You are in a lot of trouble, and you will continue to get into worse trouble as this fight continues. Because really, there's nothing bad you could possibly do. Even those power surges are not enough to kill us. You're gonna die when that halberd beam fires, so goodbye their flagship. All done for. The Vipers strike again. Thanks to the valiant effort of the VSS Viper and her successful crew, Boa, Cobra, Python, and Anaconda, Dolan, Oregon, Atreyu, and Vivimord, the Rebels' flagship was destroyed, throwing their victory into chaos and ensuring our Federation victory. Awesome. Alright, let's take a look at our stats. We've defeated the Rebel flagship and ensured the victory of the Federation, getting 4,677 points. If you look at our stats board, that puts us in second for the Assault Cruiser, Kestrel, of course. And it will change all the pictures, because it is a reskin, it doesn't just change this one. That's why they all look like that. It didn't actually get us any real records, though. We came close to our scrap collected, 2152 instead of 2420. We got close to our crew hired with 14 instead of 16. And fairly close for beacons explored, 97 instead of 101. But really, nothing really that phenomenal there, surprisingly enough. Not on our top... Oh, it is on our top... No, that's the encore. It's not on our top scores board, it's really just a score. It felt really powerful, though. Anywho, that is that for that adventure. The VSS Viper has made its way from beginning to end. If you've liked this mod adventure, thank you very much for watching it, for one thing, and don't forget, you can actually download this ship in the link below from DryEagle, which will allow you to try it for your very own. We will be trying some more mod adventures sooner rather than later. So, thanks for watching the video yet again. If you liked the video, don't forget to like the video yet again. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.